You ever been in a relationship where things are just good? Like so good that it feels quiet? And in that quiet, this little confusing thought pops into your head. Well, tonight, we're going to get right into that exact feeling and explore the quiet revolution of calm love.
All right, let's picture this. You're with someone you really care about, and instead of all that chaos and drama, there's just peace. And that's when the little voice in the back of your head starts up, whispering, hey, why doesn't this feel intense? Where's all the drama? And then you start comparing it to everything you've ever seen. You ask yourself, why doesn't this feel like the movies? I mean, come on, we've all been programmed to expect the big fireworks and the grand gestures, not just a comfortable, easy silence. And then it comes, the big one, the really dangerous question that can totally unravel something beautiful before it even gets a chance to start. What if this isn't even love? But here's the thing, and this is so important. For many of us, that calm is the very first sign that love is actually real, that it's healthy. But because it doesn't feel familiar, we walk away. We mistake a lack of pain for a lack of passion. So we're going to break down exactly why that happens. Okay, so first things first, we got to look at where our ideas about love even come from in the first place. Let's pull back the curtain on this myth we've all been sold. Think about it. We learned about love from movies where relationships are just one big, dramatic battlefield. We learned it from songs that basically tell us that pain equals passion, from stories where being super jealous is somehow a sign of devotion. And let's be real, for a lot of us, we learned it from past relationships where that constant anxiety, that feeling of never knowing where you stood, we called that chemistry. Okay, this right here, this is a total game changer. It asks the question, what if all that excitement we were chasing wasn't romance at all? What if it was just our nervous system going haywire, just total chaos, and we were mistaking danger for desire? So that leads us right into the core of it all, the huge difference between these two feelings. We're going to look at the actual science behind this and what's really happening inside your body. And check this out. This breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have that so-called exciting love that puts your body in fight or flight mode. It's a nonstop cocktail of adrenaline, unpredictability, and anxiety that keeps you on edge. But then you look at calm love that activates your body's rest and repair system. It's all about safety, consistency, peace. It literally gives you room to breathe. Okay, does this sound familiar to anyone? You've probably heard a friend say this, or maybe you've even thought it yourself. He's amazing, he's kind, he's steady, but I just don't feel that spark I had with my ex. And let's be honest, that ex, they were usually the unpredictable one, right? The one who kept you guessing. So this is where we need to totally redefine the word spark. It's not some magical fairy tale thing. In this context, it's pretty much just a code word for the anxiety and the nervous system chaos that comes from all that unpredictability. That spark is really just the fear of getting burned. And here is the honest truth that nobody ever really tells you. Healthy, secure love can feel kind of boring at first, especially if you're used to chaos. And it's not because it lacks depth or passion. It's because, for the first time, it lacks fear. All right, so if real romance isn't about chaos, what is it then? And listen, this doesn't mean it's boring, not at all. The excitement just comes from a real connection, not from anxiety. Let's take a look at what this calm, steady love actually looks like day to day. You know, it's really found in the little things, the stuff that's easy to miss. It's that easy laugh while you're just making dinner in the kitchen. It's that comfortable silence where you don't even need to talk. It's having a tough conversation that doesn't blow up into a huge fight. And it's that huge, deep breath you can take when you realize you don't have to perform to be loved. This is a perfect way to put it. That exciting love, it's a firework. It burns super fast, super loud, demands all your attention, and then it's gone. But calm love, that's like a steady fire in the fireplace. It warms you slowly, quietly. It earns your trust. One steals your breath with anxiety, the other one finally gives it back to you. So if calm love is so great, why is it so damn hard to accept sometimes? Why do we literally run away from the exact safety we say we want? Well, it really comes down to a choice. The choice to heal. Okay, this can be a tough pill to swallow, but let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of times we pick chaos simply because it's familiar. It's what we know. It's a way to avoid doing the hard work of our own healing. We can get completely addicted to that emotional roller coaster, and we start to think that peace feels like
emptiness. And in the end, we might even sabotage a genuinely good thing because actually growing can feel way scarier than the pain we're already used to.
So, after hearing all of this, the big question is, how do you know if what you have is the real deal? How do you trust the quiet when your whole life you've been trained to listen for the noise?
Well, here are a few simple questions you can ask yourself. Just check in. With this person, do you feel emotionally safe? When you disagree, do you still feel respected? Can you be your whole self without feeling like you have to put on a show? And maybe the biggest one of all, with them, do you feel like you? Not some smaller, more anxious version, but your true self. Look, at the end of the day, we just have to redefine what we're looking for. Because real romance, it just isn't fireworks every single night. It can't be.
Instead, it's that steady flame, the kind that actually keeps you warm and safe without ever threatening to burn the whole house down. It's sustainable. It's real.
So I want you to really hear this. If you're in one of those quiet, calm relationships right now, and you're starting to have those doubts, just take a breath. You might not be losing passion. You might just be finally leaving survival mode. You're actually stepping out of that high alert state and into a place of real, genuine peace. And that leads to the last thing I want you to think about. What if this calm, this quiet, this peaceful feeling, what if that is the healthiest, most real love you have ever known?